Okay, so we're going to look at what we call properties of logarithms. Okay, when we know that on the calculator we can only do our log base 10. Okay, so we have ways of calculating different log bases. Okay, and we're going to put all this together at the end of the week. But to start, we have to know how to expand a logarithm. So we have what's called the product property. So when you're working with a log, that might be a product of two factors or more. Okay, we can expand that using addition. So we say log base b of m, that's the first factor, plus log base b of n, that's the second factor. So to expand something means to make it bigger. So you're going to go from a single term and you're going to make it into multiple terms. If I look at example 1, or A, in the packet, it says log base 2 of 5x. Well, I recognize that 5x is a product, 5 times x. So I'm going to expand it by writing log base 2 of 5 plus log base 2 of x. So when it's a product, we use addition. And the log base, whatever log base it is in the problem, is the log base that it will be throughout the problem. Okay? Now how this would help us down the road is we've evaluated figures like this, like 2 to what power equals 5. Well, that's going to come out as a decimal. Okay, so later in this unit we will show you how to do that. But if this was something that I could evaluate, like maybe it was log base 2 of 16, then I would know that that value is 4, and I can put that in.
Right.
Okay? Okay, the second rule is called the quotient property. So when we have a product, we expand it by addition. When we have a quotient, which is division, we're going to expand it the same way, but now we're going to use subtraction. So if I have log base b of m divided by n, I'm going to say log base b of m minus log base b of n. And letter B here, I've got a quotient. I've got the log base 6 of 5 divided by 8. So I would expand that by saying the log base 6 of 5 minus the log base 6 of 8. And if I were able to evaluate either one of these, I could plug those values in and then just do the subtraction. Okay? And then the last one is the power property. So if it's the log base b of m, if it's raised to a power, you got an exponent there, that exponent just comes out front. It becomes a multiplier. So it'd be n times the log base b of m. That's letter C. Log base 4 of 7 to the second power. That's an exponent, so I'm going to bring that up front and say 2 times log base 4 of 7. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about when I say expand it.
Do you evaluate that then, or do you just leave it?
Right now we're going to leave it. Okay, now what makes it hard is that they're going to put all of those rules together into a single term. Okay, so if you look at D, it says log base 6 of 5x to the third divided by y. So we've got a product in the numerator, we've got an exponent in the numerator, and we've got division too. So we want to pull this kind of apart systematically. I'm going to take it out of the fraction form first. So I'm going to say log base 6 of 5x to the third minus log base 6 of y. So I'm going to undo the fraction first. Okay, I can recognize that I'm not done yet because this log base 6 of 5x to the third is a product of 5 times x to the third. So I have to expand all products. So I would say that's log base 6 of 5 plus log base 6 of x to the third. And then minus this log base 6 of y that's still there. And I just want to keep going until I don't have anything left to expand. This first term now, log base 6 of 5, that's done because 5 is not a product, it's not a quotient, there's no exponent there. But here I've still got a power, so I've got to go one more step. So I'm going to leave log base 6 of 5 plus, I've got an exponent, so that comes out front as a multiplier, 3 times log base 6 of x, and minus log base 6 of y.
That would be it.
That would be it. That would be your final expansion. Okay, letter E here. Natural log follows the same rules as log. You just leave everything as ln. So this is a product of x squared times y. This is an exponent, y to the 1/3. So that's a product, so I'm going to expand it with addition. I'm going to say the natural log of x squared plus the natural log of y to the 1/3. And then I'm going to go back and take care of my exponents. That's the power property. So I'm going to bring the 2 out front and say 2 times the natural log of x plus, here's an exponent that has to come out front, 1/3 times natural log of y. And that would be my answer. Everything has been expanded. I've just got x by itself and I've got a y by itself. Okay, the last one's also a natural log, so we're just going to keep using ln. This is a quotient, so I'm going to take it out of the fraction first. So ln of 6x squared minus the natural log of y to the 4th. Okay, this is a product of 6 times x squared, so I'd have to say the natural log of 6 plus the natural log of x squared minus, for now, I'll just leave it the natural log of y to the 4th. So I took care of the division first, then I took care of the multiplication. Now I can take care of the exponents. So I'd say ln of 6 plus, comes out front, 2 times the natural log of x minus 4 times the natural log of y. Okay, so when you read the directions for this, and tomorrow we're going to be taking the expanded version and we're going to be condensing it back down. So when you read the directions and it says expand, think about, okay, to expand something makes it bigger. So I'm going to take this expression and I'm going to use my properties to expand it out. Okay?